Look at the sheer physical scale of global commerce. Every day, trillions of dollars in raw materials, components, and finished goods cross oceans to connect markets thousands of miles apart. A Bachelor of Business Administration in International and Global Studies is designed for this environment. It provides the framework for managing the logistics, the finances, and the multinational teams that keep this machine moving. However, academic success in international trade theory and language proficiency is no longer a guaranteed ticket into the industry. You have a strict 3-year window to build a resume that provides evidence you can manage cross-border transactions and multinational operations. Employers in this field prioritize practical experience over a high GPA. Every hour spent outside the classroom, on internships, projects, or certifications, is the primary way to build a competitive edge in a global talent pool. Building that edge is difficult because the degree demands two very different sets of competencies. On the left, you have your technical baseline. This includes your ability to use Excel, Power BI, AI tools, and conduct quantitative market research. These data and digital capabilities are the hard currency of the international job market. They are easy for recruiters to measure and highly sought after for entry-level roles. On the right is your soft power. This involves cross-cultural emotional intelligence, negotiation, and adaptability. Interpersonal abilities act as force multipliers. They determine how effectively you can translate your data into actual business results when working across different time zones and cultures. So, with only 3 years to prepare, which of these paths actually secures the international job offer? If you focus exclusively on technical certifications, you graduate as someone who can crunch supply chain numbers, but lacks the ability to lead a diverse team through a crisis. Conversely, if you focus solely on networking and cultural theory, you may find yourself filtered out of the application process because you lack the hard skills required to perform day-one analysis. We can evaluate these options by mapping the effort required to learn them against their impact on your career leverage. Spending 50 to 100 hours on certifications in advanced Excel or supply chain fundamentals fits here, in the moderate effort, high immediate impact quadrant. This investment provides proof of competence that gets your resume past automated filters and helps you secure analytical roles like a logistics coordinator or trade finance executive. The trade-off is that these skills require constant maintenance. As AI tools for business become more capable, the value of manual data processing is depreciating, meaning you'll need to stay updated just to keep your baseline value. Strategic investment in global diplomacy and leadership follows a different trajectory. Building these skills requires real-world application, competing in international case competitions, managing project teams with diverse backgrounds, and completing trade research assignments. These activities develop the cross-cultural organizational behavior needed to navigate the friction that often occurs in global trade. On our chart, these land in the high-effort, compounding long-term impact zone. The difficulty for students is that cultural adaptability is hard to demonstrate on a resume without significant internship exposure or specific project outcomes to point to. However, as you move toward senior roles, these are the exact capabilities required to negotiate across borders and manage multinational operations. Relationship management and leadership scale as you gain seniority. While technical skills handle the initial data, these diplomatic abilities allow you to manage the complexity and organizational politics inherent in international leadership. Modern international employers are looking for a resilient profile, known as the T-shaped professional. This profile combines a deep technical specialization with a broad horizontal bar of cross-cultural fluency and strategic problem-solving. This might look like using data analytics to identify a supply chain failure, then using cross-cultural negotiation to resolve that failure with a supplier in a different regulatory environment. Developing this profile requires balancing a heavy academic load with the technical training and the interpersonal networking necessary to stand out. Since your time is finite, you should prioritize your skill development based on your career goals. If you are naturally drawn to numbers, optimization, and supply chain mechanics, you fit the analytical optimizer profile. You likely already have the interests needed to secure roles like a trade finance executive or logistics coordinator. Your critical blind spot is often communication. Without the ability to present your findings clearly to international stakeholders, your technical insights may be ignored. If you cannot translate your data into a persuasive strategy, your impact will be limited to back-office support while others lead the company's global expansion. On the other side is the global diplomat, who thrives in marketing, consulting, and business development. Your strength in building relationships makes you a natural fit for roles like a global brand coordinator or international business executive. Your weakness is the lack of a quantifiable anchor. Without business analytics and AI skills, you'll struggle to provide the data-driven evidence that modern corporations demand before making a move. To graduate with the most leverage, use your first 2 years to build an undeniable technical foundation. Then dedicate your third year to applying those tools to solve complex human and geopolitical challenges.